Okay, so here we'll be talking about circular track races. So there are two situations which could happen in that case. Suppose the two people are moving in the opposite direction on the same circular track. So in that case, what would be the relative speed of A with respect to B or relative speed of B with respect to A? Now because they are moving in the opposite direction, the relative speeds will get added. So relative speed of A with respect to B will be the speed of A plus speed of B. Similarly, relative speed of B with respect to A would be speed of A plus speed of B. Because if A is moving in this direction and B is moving in this direction, then they will meet sooner than in this case when they are moving in the same direction. So in this case, if they are moving in the same direction and if we put one of them at rest, now suppose we have to find out the relative speed of A with respect to B. Now once again what we did in our previous lecture, let's keep B at rest. Okay, so if we keep B at rest, then the speed of A will reduce to VA minus VB. Therefore, the speed of A with respect to B is VA minus VB. Similarly, the speed of B with respect to A would be VB minus VA. So, in case when two people are moving in the same direction, we take the difference of the speeds to find the relative speed, and in case they are moving in the opposite direction, we add their speeds to find the relative speed. So now we'll be looking at a problem from the same topic of circular track races. So here we have been given a circular track race is of 1200 meter length. Now A and B start with speeds of 18 km per hour and 27 km per hour respectively, starting at the same time from the same point. When will they meet for the first time at the starting point? So we have to keep a note on this, that they may meet first time somewhere else, but we have to find when will they meet for the first time at the starting point. Now there are two questions to this. First, we have to do it in case both of them are moving in the same direction. Okay, so in the same direction. Now if A and B are moving in the same direction, so first we have been given the length is equal to 1200 meters. So we need to convert these speeds into meter per second because the length is given in meter. So the speed of A is given to be 18 kilometers per hour, which is 18,000 meters upon 3600 seconds. That will come out to be 5 meter per second. Similarly, speed of B is 27 km per hour, which is 27,000 upon 3600 seconds, which is 7.5 meter per second. Okay, so now that we have found the speed of A and B, we know that the relative speed of B with respect to A when they move in the same direction is VB minus VA, which is equal to 2.5 meter per second. Now in this case, we clearly know that B is moving faster than A. So therefore, when will they meet for the first time? So first I am finding when will they meet for the first time. Now it is not essential that they meet at the starting point on the first time. They could meet anywhere. They could meet here or anywhere on the circular track. So we are just right now finding when will they meet for the first time. So clearly they will meet for the first time when B has taken one extra round than A. Because we see when they start from the same point, B will go ahead of A because B moved faster than A. Now suppose A reaches at some time A reaches here, then B must have reached some point here. So basically B and A will meet whenever B has taken one more round than A. So it is very intuitive from the figure. So when will B have taken one more round than A? So what we can do is keep A at rest. Then speed of B with respect to A would be 2.5 meter per second. We have already found that. And the distance which B has to travel to meet A would be 1200 meters. Therefore, the time taken for them to meet for the first time would be distance upon speed, which is 1200 upon 2.5. Now this will come out to be 240. So this is 480 seconds. Now they are meeting for the first time in 480 seconds. Now we can find out where, now we have to find out where do they meet for the first time. So for that, what we do is, we know that speed of A is 5 meter per second. So in 480 seconds, distance traveled by A would be 480 into VA, that is time into speed, which is 480 into 5, which is 2400 meters. Now what does this mean? 2400 meters is actually equal to 2L. So they are meeting for the first time at the starting point itself. So the question was, we have to find out when will they meet for the first time at the starting point. And whenever they are meeting for the first time, they are meeting at the starting point only. So therefore the required answer is 480 seconds, because they are meeting for the first time at the starting point at 480 seconds. Okay. So now for the second part, here we have been given that they are moving in the opposite direction. So they start from the same point once again, and A is moving at 5 meter per second and B is moving at 7.5 meter per second. Now here clearly they will meet some place here, because A is moving here and B is moving here, so they will meet some point here on the circular track and not on the starting point for the first time. Now here the relative speed of B with respect to A is 7.5 plus 5 meter per second, which is 12.5 meter per second. So here the time would be 1200 upon 12.5. Now if we simplify this, we have 240, 2.5, and we will have 48. This will come out to be 96 seconds. So clearly they meet here after 96 seconds, which is also obvious that it is less than 480 seconds which we got in the first part, because here they are moving in the same direction, so they will meet first time faster. Now in 96 seconds, what is the distance traveled by A? So distance traveled by A in 96 seconds is distance upon speed of A. So, time into speed of A. So 96 into 5, which is 480 meters. Now they are meeting for the first time at a distance of 480 meters anti-clockwise from the starting point. But we have to find out when will they meet for the first time at the starting point itself. Now once they are here, now from here A starts moving here and B starts moving here. Still they are moving in the opposite direction. So once again they will meet after 480 meters. And this cycle will go on. But when will they come to the starting point again? So every time, basically every time they meet, they have covered 480 meter distance in the anti-clockwise direction, that is in the direction where A is moving. So let us suppose they are moving after, let us suppose they meet at the starting point after their end meets. So 480 n, so they are meeting after n meets. So 480 n should be equal to L into K. Basically L into K, where K is an integer and L is the size of the circular track, which is 1200 meters, and N is the number of meets after which they meet at the starting point. So this is also an integer. So basically we have to find the smallest values of N and K which satisfy this equation. Okay, so if we take 480 this clearly is not the starting point. If we take 960, so n is equal to 2, this is will again not be starting point, and so on we can check. But this is a very long procedure, so what we do is we cancel out. So 480n is equal to 1200k. Now if we simplify, cancel this out, this will be 4, this is 10, this is 5, this is 2. So clearly we get 2n equal to 5k. Now this will be satisfied for smallest values of n and k when n is equal to 5 and k is equal to 2. So therefore their fifth meet will be at the starting point. Okay, so now we have to find the time taken for their meeting to have at the starting point. Now their fifth meet, they are meeting at the starting point for the first time. So the time taken for one meet was 96 seconds. So time taken for 5 meets would be nothing but 96 into 5, which is 480 seconds. So 480 seconds is the required answer to this problem. So note that once again I'll repeat it, that they are meeting many times, but we had to find the time when they meet at the starting point. So on their fifth meet they are meeting at the starting point. So that is where we found the total time to be 5 into the time of first meet, which is 96, and which was 96. So the answer is 480 seconds.